So last night I turned my cell phone off around 5:30, and when I woke up this morning there were I think about 12 text messages, and they were all business related. And it was a Sunday evening, and my weekend had been quite busy. I did a few things personally, but not without a very active cell phone. And I was having my mom for dinner, and I just felt like I needed to be in that space without that constant interruption. And I've been thinking a lot about how people manage their business, manage their personal space and their business space when they do sort of collide like mine does. And of course, I want to start by saying I am incredibly grateful for all of my clients, and for the most part, they all understand that I'll get back to them. And I understand the business time is of the essence, and we always get back on those things timely. But there are things that we can sort of respond to, not immediately. And quite honestly, sometimes I just need to step away so that I can come back to do a better job. And it made me think about other people. For example, do you take your phone to bed with you? Does it follow you from room to room in the house when you're at home? I know it's with me for sure whenever I'm out working. Sometimes I can't pick it up because I'm with a client. But do you wake up in the morning and immediately start answering your emails, your text messages, messages that came through on social media, all of these places that came through overnight? Because customarily, not right away, but quite quickly when I wake up, I start to sort through, what's been happening when I've sort of gone to bed or just zoned out for a bit. Because the world doesn't sleep anymore. There's always somebody working. There's always somebody sending an email, somebody responding to a text, just like there's always clients sending emails and, sending texts and wanting responses. And I get it, because people work different shift work. What is bedtime to me isn't bedtime to other people. But that doesn't mean that we have to be available every minute of the day. And I think people get it for sure. In real estate, it's especially difficult. In a business that happens 24/7, and unless you're part of a large team, you can't always completely walk away, even when you're on vacation. And I just got back from vacation, and I was pretty busy doing some work while I was away. And thankfully, Alex is used to it, and he gives me that space. But I've been thinking a lot about this lately. How do I keep the lines of communication open with my clients without giving up all of my personal space? And maybe it's sort of, learning to set some clear boundaries about when I answer calls. Maybe it's, not taking the phone into the bedroom at night. Maybe it's allowing myself a few hours where I'm simply unavailable. And, I actually don't take my phone to bed with me. I turn it off if it is there, because I have an alarm on it. But, it makes you think. So here's the God moment for me, I think, in all of this. Nobody else is going to manage our boundaries other than us. Sometimes we're going to have to say no, and some people are going to understand and other people may not. But for the most part, I find people do respect this. And so it's okay if they don't. That's fine. You have to find your people to work with, because you cannot serve everybody every minute of every day and still do a great job for your clients, for your family, for your business, and for yourself. And being available isn't the same as being valuable. That's what I'm taking away from all of this. Sometimes stepping away is actually what allows us to come back and give our best. And I'm learning that protecting my own personal space isn't selfish. It's better serving to everybody. It's just, the way that we have to kind of do business nowadays. So just curious on how you manage your personal space